Unsportsmanlike conduct is a universal penalty. It applies to every sport on every level, and you know it when you see it. It's obvious when one player purposefully eye gouges another. It's debatable when a planned touchdown celebration is concocted. What is rare is when women athletes are involved in any of this type of behavior. Thus, what happened yesterday during a college soccer game in Provo, Utah, is practically unbelievable. University of New Mexico junior defender Elizabeth Lambert has been suspended indefinitely for her actions in this match. It's the semifinals of the Mountain West Conference. You see her kind of getting caught up with Carly Payne and punches her in the back, and then she fights through Cassidy Shumway, knocks her to the ground here, and then Lambert takes Payne's legs out without touching the ball, and here she is with Shumway again getting tangled up on the ground, and then this one was the worst of them all. She pulls Shumway's ponytail and pulls her down to the ground, and this continued. Watch as Lambert goes after on a hard challenger, trips a BYU player, and then the BYU player is on the ground, and you can see the ball is kicked into her face, what appears to be purposely. She received a yellow card there. The referees finally intervened. More rough stuff. You'll see Lambert and Payne again. Hard challenge by the ball. A couple of punches are thrown in. BYU would win this game 1-0, and there's been a lot of attention, as you might imagine, to all of this, and thus Elizabeth Lambert released this statement today. I am deeply and wholeheartedly regretful for my actions. My actions were uncalled for. I let my emotions get the best of me in a heated situation. I take full responsibility for my actions and accept any punishment felt necessary from the coaching staff and UNM administration. ESPN's Julie Foudy has played at the highest levels of soccer, and she joins us now. Maybe it's just the highlight package, Julie, but what amazed me was the lack of a response by her teammates. How could have being pulled down by your hair not caused a reaction from that team?
You know, that is an excellent question, Bram. I have been getting lots of texts and emails from former teammates who say, "Are you kidding me that no one reacted to that?" So, you know, the bigger question, though, is how did so many of those fouls, how were they allowed to happen? I mean, I think there was only one card given throughout the whole game, and it was a yellow card. So I think that's the bigger problem. Is it was, you know, it was, I don't know how many you had on your highlight reel, but I've seen about 6 or 7 that were blatant and bad.
I'm assuming this is more exception than the rule. I mean, how often do these types of things occur in a game?
No, not like that. I mean, there is, you know, soccer is a physical sport, and with the women's game, it gets physical as well. She about snapped her neck back. So, and that's just so dangerous. It looks like a face mask in football. So, that is clearly over the line and the exception. You don't see that.
What about the referees here, Julie? Julie, what about the referees here? I mean, how culpable are they in this for allowing this to go on for as long as it did?
Yeah, and that's my big question. You know, as I understand, she was suspended, and I think it's good the conference is reviewing that. But you know, that shouldn't be allowed to go on like that. I mean, those are some fouls that, you know, there's punching and there's and you know, some of it's off the ball, some of it wasn't, where the referee should be able to see it. When it's not off the ball, it's obviously harder to see. But when it's stuff that's happening right in the middle of the play, that should be called earlier, and she should be pulled aside and talked to earlier or red carded.
And how about the coach as well here? Her coach obviously did not pull her out of the game, so this was allowed to happen from their perspective as well. Where's the coach in all of this?
Well, I don't. It's hard to speculate on what he said and what was going on.